No fancy backgrounds, no books, although we do have some books down over here. Just breakdowns on the Prospect podcast of top football players at the prep level around the country. Today, reviewing what Rivals.com has rated as the number 4 prospect in the country, Walter Nolen, out of St. Benedict at Auburndale High School, a mouthful, in Tennessee. A fierce defensive lineman that has 25 offers, favored to Tennessee, but not a high favored, but Alabama, Arizona State, Clemson, Florida State, among many of his offers, ranked number 1 in his position and the number 1 player in the state of Tennessee. I have no idea where Cordova, Tennessee is, but I think it's on the near the border of Mississippi and Arkansas. And I believe he transferred there. He's a 5-star. He is an absolute competitor. And we'll go through. I don't know why he left. I think he was at Olive Branch initially. I don't know why he left Olive Branch. Some of y'all might be able to help me out with that. But he did leave Olive Branch and moved on to St. Benedict at Auburndale High School in Cordova, Tennessee. So he's really a Mississippi guy. Went there. Maybe he was recruited there. Maybe he was looking for a better situation. I know Olive Branch had been a power in the past, so we'll break down his highlights live right now. Again, this guy is wide open in 2022 class. He's going to go somewhere where great defensive linemen come, and we'll start with the screen. Get right to it. All right, here we go. So right from the get-go, you'll see, I mean, he is physical. He's playing defensive end in the 30 front. You see this a couple times, ball come out. His get-off is real good. He's a huge defensive end. He could end up being a defensive tackle at the next level. He gets away with playing a little bit high because he's so big and physical at 6'3", 275. He's probably going to end up being a defensive tackle. But, I mean, oh, my goodness. That reminds me of Clowney when he just ripping right through. A little high on these kind of plays, but he's so quick and strong. It looks like he's playing against little kids out there. I like his chasing, which is pretty good. Again, he just physically manhandling him. Reminds me of Brian Preezy last year. Here is a D tackle, which I think is eventually 3 tech could be his spot. Again, this is the theme. He causes turnovers. Wearing that number 9, explodes right through. He does a great job with his hands, and be able to get his hands on you first. Now, there is definitely a fear factor with some of these guys. Here he is against a bigger, he just blows right by a bigger guy. He's just so quick off the ball. He does a great job using his rip and his physicality getting the ball. His chase is good. I like to see him react a little bit better when the ball's not to him. And recognition. I mean, when it comes to him, he's just too physical. I mean, he's just blown by guys. I don't know what league he was playing in this year, but some of these guys seem tiny. And obviously he's huge, but man, they don't. I know they play university school, which is a good problem. I guess he's just that big. That's why he's the number 4 prospect in the country. His get off is so good. And he's so physical. When he tackles you, he rips the ball out I'm in the process of tackling. I don't know who this poor team is in Maroon, but he is just destroying them. Takes on double team, takes on the cut. He's got to be a little better at getting his hands down because these are things. Now the swim move, I don't like it, and you're going to get buried on that. I love his rip move. I mean, he swims, reaches over there. That's a much better swim move. So there, when he just reaches over and he's disciplined with his athleticism, oh man, and his hands are quick, and he just uses his hands to swipe guys by. I like his swipe. I like his rip. I think he's got to not allow these guys to get hands on him even more, but he gets away with it, and his speed is exceptional. Well, from a purely from a physical capability standpoint, there's no doubt he is the top defensive lineman in the country, just off his speed and physicality. Couple things. I think the strengths, he's obviously bigger and faster than you. His hands are phenomenal, and he does a great job with swiping, his swipes, and his rips. Fantastic. Okay with his reach over. He's got to work on that, his slap reach over. Scrapes down the line very well, chases very well, has to do a better job of recognize when he has to chase so he's not too far upfield. Obviously, at the high school level, he gets away with it. He's playing against, in some cases, guys that are way, way, way smaller than him, and then big guys he just blows by. But Walter Nolen is obviously going to be a fantastic prosecutor. He's got to keep his body down. Sometimes he's a little high, but combined with his strength and his power, I think you got something special there. And I'd love to know exact reason why he left Olive Branch, but it may just be because he's in a better situation. So he dominated the opponents he played against. Didn't look like they had a ton of games this year. But yeah, I mean, 2019, I think he dominated the camp circuit as well, which is where he made his name. And he's a guy, if he walks into the room, I mean, you're going to offer him with his speed and athleticism. Coach Schuman, Prospect Podcast, signing off. We were just talking about Walter Nolen, 2022 defensive end, and he does play defensive tackle, which could be his position down the line.